To SparkVerse. Today we're covering gap fill and form completion, one of the most common formats in your exam preparation. And I'll walk you through the format, the strategy, the common mistakes, and the traps to watch for. So if you're enjoying your study journey with us, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your questions and target band score. Let's start with what this question type actually looks like on the page. Gap fill and form completion is the most common format you'll meet in Section 1. And it also shows up in Section 2 of your exam preparation. You're handed a form, a set of notes, or a table with blanks in it. And your job is to write in the missing information exactly as you hear it spoken. There are 3 versions you'll run into. Form completion looks like a registration or booking form. Think name, address, phone number, dates, and reference numbers. Note completion gives you bullet point style notes summarizing a talk or conversation. And table completion organizes information into rows and columns, often comparing things like prices, times, or options. Here's the detail that trips up so many candidates. Every single gap fill task comes with a strict word limit instruction. Something like, write no more than 2 words and/or a number for each answer. If you go over that limit, the answer is marked wrong, even if every word you wrote is completely correct. So before you even think about listening, find that instruction and read it carefully. Now let's talk about how to actually answer this question type well. First, before the recording starts, read the word limit instruction. It tells you exactly how much you're allowed to write. And that number should shape every answer you give. Next, look at each individual gap and predict the type of word that's missing. Is it a name, a number, a date, an address, or a type of object? Making that prediction primes your ear to catch it. Pay attention to the words already printed around the gap too. The form's own wording and grammar often signal exactly what kind of word fits there. When the recording plays, write down what you hear the moment you hear it. Don't wait until the end and try to fill gaps in from memory, because the information moves fast and won't repeat. And finally, pay very close attention to spelling, especially for names and addresses that get spelled out letter by letter. That's the exam telling you precision matters. Let's look at the mistakes that cost people points on this question type, even when they've heard the answer correctly. The first is exceeding the word limit. For example, writing out 27 Bellevue Road in full when the limit is 3 words, instead of converting the number into a digit, which pushes you over. The second is misspelling common words. Even a simple spelling slip counts as a wrong answer. So always double check any letters that were spelled aloud to you. The third, and one of the sneakiest, is writing down the first number you hear and moving on. Speakers frequently correct themselves mid-sentence. For example, saying, it's SW4. Sorry, SW14. And only that corrected version counts as the right answer. And the fourth mistake is copying the form's own printed wording into the blank instead of the actual missing detail. Remember, the label is already there on the page. You only need to add what's missing. Now for the tips and traps that will genuinely raise your score on this type. Numbers and letters are prime trap territory. Postcodes, phone numbers, and reference codes are very often given once and then corrected. So always trust the final version you hear, never the first. Listen closely for spelling cues too. Phrases like, that's spelled, or a name spoken out letter by letter, or the exam directly telling you that spelling matters here. So write it down exactly as given. Also watch for singular versus plural and small grammar details printed on the form itself, if it says, types of class. For instance, that bracketed S is a signal that more than one answer might be expected. And finally, keep what you write consistent with exactly what was said. If the speaker says, the 14th of March, you can write, the 14th of March. But don't add details that weren't actually stated, like a year that was never mentioned. Let's put everything into practice together. In this example, you'll hear a short Section 1 style conversation between a librarian named Sarah and a new member named Tom, who's applying for a library card. I'd encourage you to press play and try completing the form yourself first, using everything we just covered, before you check your answers against mine. Once you're ready, here's how the answers break down. For the first name.
Good afternoon, welcome to Riverside Library. I understand you'd like to apply for membership today?
Yes, that's right.
Great, I'll just need to take down a few details. Can I get your first name, please?
It's Thomas, but everyone calls me Tom.
And your surname?
Harrington. Harrington.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
The 14th of March, 1998.
Perfect. Could I have your current address?
Sure, it's 27 Bellevue Road.
And the postcode?
SW4. Actually, sorry, it's SW14, 2JB.
No problem. And a contact number?
07972 241 103.
Great, and finally, would you like the standard membership or the premium membership? Standard gives you access to books and DVDs, while premium also includes audiobooks and up to 10 renewals a month instead of 5.
I think I'll go with the premium one, since I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Excellent choice. And would you like your membership to start today, or from the 1st of next month?
Let's start it today, no point waiting.
Perfect, that's everything I need. Welcome to Riverside Library, Tom.
That brings us to the end of this lesson on gap fill and form completion. To recap, we covered what this question type looks like across forms, notes, and tables. Exactly how to approach each gap step by step. The mistakes that quietly cost people marks. And the traps test setters use around numbers, spelling, and distractor options, and then we walked through a full worked example together. Keep practicing this pattern and it will become second nature in your exam preparation. If this lesson helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a classmate who's working through their own study journey. Next time, we'll move on to matching questions, with the same deep dive into tips, strategy, common mistakes, and traps you just got here. You can find written materials for all of these lessons in advance at www.SparkSkyTech.com, IELTS. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.